Within our memories, members of the LGBTQ community have been subjected to bias and prejudice. Until recently, under the law, gays and lesbians were prevented from housing, employment, and equal rights. But while things were not perfect, over the last decade, things have changed dramatically. 10 years ago, the military did away with the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. In 2015, the Supreme Court upheld our right to marry. 5 years later, the same court upheld our rights against employment discrimination. But our work is not done, as we work to ensure that all people in the LGBTQ community are able to live a life without exclusion. Here in South Florida, home to one of the largest LGBTQ communities in the nation, we continue to collect, preserve, and present our history. For nearly 50 years, we've worked to maintain one of the most complete gay libraries, archives, and museums in the United States. Begun in 1973 with just a handful of books, Stonewall collects, preserves, and shares the proud culture and heritage of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people, highlighting our significant role in American society. Today, the library is home to 28,000 volumes, the largest LGBTQ library in the world, visited by thousands each year. Hundreds of individuals, possibly you, have contributed their books, papers, and collections to Stonewall National Museum and Archives. We have more than 2,000 books of fiction, 6,000 volumes of nonfiction, 300 books in Spanish, French, Italian, and other languages, hundreds of books relating to gay topics designed for youth and young adults, nearly 1,000 titles in photography, painting, drawing, and architecture, over 1,000 rare books by historically significant authors, including many first editions. In our archives, we have over 2,700 linear feet of materials, with an emphasis on the southeastern U.S., but with materials from the whole country. Stonewall's archives contain more than 6 million pages of gay history. We are a resource to scholars, historians, researchers, and writers. Items from our archives regularly form an integral part of exhibitions nationwide. Most of our holdings relate from the 1950s to the present day. Topics range from feminism and lesbianism, vintage male physique publications, to national LGBTQ publications. We have regional series from more than 75 cities, papers from noteworthy individuals. We work to assure the histories of all within the LGBTQ community, across all races and ethnicities, are included. We have established one of the most complete LGBTQ histories in plain sight, with more than 800 entries. We publish a journal of queer archives, collected by academic organizations around the country. Stonewall National Museum and Archives operates one of the most important national education programs in support of LGBTQ children, convening an annual symposium and training program for classroom teachers and school district administrators focused on creating an accurate LGBTQ curriculum. Through our museum exhibitions, talks and lectures, and collaborative partnerships, we attract thousands each year, enriching the lives of countless others. This is your organization. It is your history we preserve to prove we existed and educate future generations. Your gift supports our exhibitions, public programs, and educational offerings. It allows us the opportunity to plan and grow, which in turn inspires others. Visit us, see the library, archives, and exhibitions. Become a member or donor. Volunteer to work in one of our programs. Donate your papers, magazines, and books to the collection. Ensure they are preserved for generations to come. Together, we will ensure that our history will never be forgotten.